Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
All right, I'm going to the ParkHill Arts Festival. Morning, how you doing? Doing good.
Are you selling any art down there?
No, I'm gonna do like a vlog, so I'm gonna showcase some of the other artists. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
My name is Sam.
Shondell.
Shondell?
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you have a good day.
Yep. You too. Did you already go to the?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to head down there, but I heard it was pretty nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. It's good folk around here.
Hi, I'm Erica. This is Sincere Skin, all plant-based and natural skincare products. No harmful chemicals, artificial fragrances, or dyes. Get your glow on. And then this is our products, ranging for anti-aging, brightening, rejuvenation, and natural sunscreen.
So my uncle, he free draws everything. Then from there he uses a real finite plasma cut torch to cut through the metal. He then takes an angle grinder with polishing pads all the way into the thousands of grits, creating the patterns and waves that you see, gives it that radiance and luster, and he finishes it off by just lightly feathering the pieces with different kinds of torches for the color and the bluing. So essentially painting by fire. It makes the frame, so it's 100% all done by hand.
My name's Eric Doris. Eric Doris Designs is my company. All my art is spray paint art. It's all hand-drawn, hand-cut stencils, and then just a layering technique with spray paint. So anywhere from 5 to 8 layers on my pieces. I use a standoff effect for presentation. So it's anywhere from 3 to 5 canvases on each painting. It's all painted on masonite and then mounted on pine wood.
Oh. Hey everybody, my name's Greg Dye, and it's spelled D-Y-E, gregdye.com.
Okay.
I'm an original painter. I live in Colorado for 50 years, and this is what I paint. I use a really large palette knife. If you zoom in on this area right here, you can kind of see the layers. There's first layer, second, third, fourth, fifth. There's a really large palette knife, and I'm just very spontaneous. No set pattern. We just go for it. I've been doing creative stuff my whole life, and I started doing this when I was about 52. I started oil painting.
Okay.
And so far it's been the best thing I've ever done. So sometimes you save it for later.
Were you always creative?
Oh yeah, I've done illustration, graphic design,
Okay.
for jobs my whole life, but this is my new career.
My name is Mallory Cash, and I'm the vibrant landscape artist of this booth. I work with oil paint, and I've gone to every place that I've painted, so feel free to check it out. So this painting is of Rocky Mountain National Park, and the composition rather, is using the Fibonacci spiral. And the Fibonacci spiral is a sequence of mathematical equations where it starts with one destination and just takes a path all the way to a very fine point at the very end.
Hey, I'm Amy Hager. I do mixed media art with encaustic medium. I call it encaustic botanical collage, where I take specimens of dried flowers from the mountains, our property, press them, dry them, and then embed them into reclaimed wood. So you get a lot of texture with the wood, and you get the actual specimen from summertime. So it's like walking into a garden year-round.
Clark. I'm a contemporary impressionist painter doing mostly oil paintings. This is a winter scene of a creek, and these are actually fun because I use a lot of my leftover paint from my other paintings, because it makes, you mix it all together and it makes grays and neutrals. And then I'll do snow scenes because most of the colors in a snow scene are going to be neutral. So unlike the aspens, which are a lot of reds and yellows and oranges and stuff, this is mostly really subtle color. Even though it looks blue, it's actually like kind of a gray blue, so they're really good for making, you know, snow scenes.
Okay.
My name is David Michael Scott. I do epoxy and wood. Well, all right, there's a couple different styles. You know, these right here are made in a mold, and they take a couple weeks to a couple months, depending. Multiple layers. I have to build it up. These right here are a single pour on a wooden canvas, and so that takes less time because it's less intensive of a process. And then these are completely different. This is where I electrocute the wood, fractal wood burning, and this is a colored foil gilded inlay.
Hi, my name is Michael McGrin, and I'm a contemporary landscape oil painter here in Colorado. And yeah, would love to invite you out to come show you the rest of the work that I have here. So I start all of my paintings outdoors. So a painting like this was painted at Dawson's Butte here in Colorado. And then I bring that study into the studio to develop the larger work here. So that's really my process, going outdoors to paint, bringing it into the studio to develop the larger works.
Hi, my name is Stefan Geisbühler. I'm a painter. I do abstract painting and also kind of mid-century modern paintings as well. And I have a piece right here that is kind of an abstract. It's also mid-century modern inspired. It's kind of reflections. Could be trees. I kind of had sailboats in mind, and it's an acrylic, and I use a spackle knife to paint. So.
My name's Terry Stoles, and I'm a painter. And I'm making here. I'll show you around. This right here is the cardinal, and that is Exec.
Okay.
And this is the rain dance, and this is foul play. And this is Becoming.
Okay.
This is my little dog Rupert. Hey Rupert. And this is Archbishop Cornelius Cluck.
Where do you get inspiration from your art?
Oh man, it's subconscious. It just comes to me. I've been painting and making art for my whole life.
Okay.
So I was doing a lot of landscapes, very expressive, abstract landscapes, and then I just switched up and started doing figures out of the blue, these chicken things. I mean, I love how they have they're funny, they're deep, but there's a lot to them.
Yeah, my name's Chris Haley. I'm a wood turner based here in Denver, Colorado. And wood turning is the art of using the wood lathe to make things like bowls and vases. So that's what I do. Yeah, so these will start off as just like blocks or rounds of wood, and then you put them on the machine, and the machine's going to spin it at high rates of speed, and then while it's spinning, I like cut it with various chisels and gouges. A little bowl like this one or these little bowls, I can get those done in about 45 minutes. You get to like something bigger like this, and this one probably has more like 2 or 3 hours in it. Okay. So there's kind of a range of
Hi, my name is Nina Kisker. I live in Crested Butte, and I make pottery out of my home studio. You see here I have mugs. I throw them on the wheel, and then after I fire them, I hand paint all the glazes on. So I have functional wear, and then I have some raku as well. I do a lot of these little houses and things, raku fired, that people love, the little collectors.
I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Kate McGinnis, and I'm an artist that actually lives in ParkHill, and I do monotypes, and I print these large pieces, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And I love doing what I'm doing.
How long have you been making art?
Forever.
Forever?
Forever, since I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marjorie Braverman, and I do 2D mixed media. So I do a lot of layering, and I use a lot of different types of paints. For example, this background was done with spray paint and stencil, And then I also use some acrylic paint with a brush. I used paint markers and ink. Yeah, I have a website that has links to my social media, and I also do studio visits at my studio space in Loveland.
Hey there, my name is Greg Robertson, and my company is Rocksteady Designs, and we make hand-carved, hand-polished stone water features. Most of the stone is from Arizona, and we have more natural pieces, as well as more sculptural pieces that incorporate carving and cast bronze. And we install them the week after the show, since we're from Santa Fe. Well, I source all the stone directly from the quarry, so they come in very large boulders. And then I have them cut down into slabs, and then we cut the slabs down at my studio in Santa Fe into the individual pieces. From there, we take them into the studio and hand carve them and hand polish them, then drill them. And then we bring them to Colorado. The website is rocksteadydesigns.com.
All right, there are 3 things that I wanted to work on before I had started my YouTube channel. And so during that process, I worked on those 3 things. And I feel like we're at the last stage of what I want to work on. And then it's time for me to take over YouTube. So the first thing is talking whenever. And I feel like I've accomplished that. I could talk about anything, any day. I could post every day and just go on a tangent of talking, which, you know me, I'm a man of the least amount of words. I'm the man of the least amount of words, so it'd be hard for me to, like, you know, elongate of what I'm trying to say, because low-key I could say it in 2 to 3 sentences. But the second thing was talking more loud, interacting with people.